Hi guys, it's Erika, and today I'm going to be doing my wrap-up and TBR for the first time. I've never done a TBR before, only because I never really for sure know what I want to read. It's always like a spur of the moment kind of thing, but for this month it's themed, so I kind of have a vibe out of all these books what I want to read, so I'm gonna be reading at least some of these books that I mentioned in a little bit. So anyway, let's get started with the books that I did read this month. So I actually only read one new book this month. I know, what? How could I? No, I know it's crazy, right? But the other 3 books that I read were rereads because, I don't know, I was in the mood. Don't judge me. The one new book that I actually did read was Fallen by Lauren Kate. You know, I have read, I think, a couple books about fallen angels now, and each time I hate them more and more. So angel books do not have a good reputation for me at all, and I'm starting to really dislike them, and that makes me sad because there has to be some good angel books out there, right? If you know some, leave them down below. This girl in this book, I just want to slap her because how can you be so stupid? Like, if someone is stalking you or being creepy and they're asking you to go places that are creepy, why would you go to these said places? Like, what is wrong with you? You do not do this. A rational person would not do this. I give it like 2 out of 5 stars. Meh. The next book that I read was a reread, and that was Vampires by Justin Somper. I was in the mood to read something about pirates, and this is kind of my go-to book, even though it's about pirates and vampires. This book is just wonderful, and if you haven't read this series, go and do so because you are seriously missing out. I think I read this book just because the last book I read, Fallen, was such a terrible book, so I needed something awesome, and since I know this book is awesome, it was perfect. Next, I read Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice, and I haven't read this book since I was around 8-ish, 9-ish, something like that, so it's been a really long time, and I just really wanted to read it again to see what I thought of it now, and it is just as incredible as it was when I was younger, and I loved it, and it's amazing. The last book I read this month was Feed by Mira Grant, and I just got the second and the last book in the trilogy not too long ago, so I really wanted to read the first one so I could refresh my memory. So yeah, and zombies, if you didn't know, and it's awesome. So those are all the books I read this month, and for the most part I really enjoyed them, except for the one book that I will not speak of again because no. So yeah, let's get on with my to be read of October because scary books. Okay, let's get started. Okay, to make this quick, I'm just gonna show you the book and that's it. You know, I may or may not read them, so just keep that in mind. Salem's Lot by Stephen King. Haunted Houses of California by Antoinette May. Unholy by Neil Shusterman. House of Dark Shadows by Robert something, I can't pronounce the name. Monument 14 by Emmy Laybourne. Deadline and Blackout by Mira Grant. And I also gotta throw in some Goosebumps because you can't go wrong with Goosebumps, and it's October. You all should be reading some Goosebumps because that is just a must, okay? It's a must. Okay, so those are all the books I may or may not read this month. I'm probably not gonna get to all of them. Alright, so I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.